Welcome back to the Rich Instructors video series. And a common question I get asked is, should I charge for testing, and if so, how much? Well, the question is, or the answer to the question is, a resounding yes. In fact, the only people that would ever discourage you for testing for your graduation fees will be the billing companies. And why would they do that? Well, for most part, some of them are paid on a percentage basis. So guess what? The more money you collect in your billing check, the higher percentage they make. Now, does it also make great business sense to do that? Well, I used to preach that was a great thing to do about 10 years ago. And the reason why I thought it was a great thing to do was so that we could raise our monthly testing fees, monthly tuition fees, and testing fees. But the bottom line is, if you're able to charge $49, $59, $99, $159 a month, then you are. Testing fees are an additional charge and should be an additional revenue stream for you and your business. You see, it makes it much more important to the student when they actually have to pay for their testing. It holds a student more accountable, and of course it generates revenue for you, the school owner. A lot more revenue. So how much should you charge? Well, the price ideally would be half of your basic program. So if I ran a $100 a month program, then it'd be around $50 per testing. A £59 program would be, of course, a £30 testing. And a black belt testing, always around a minimum of $150 plus. I actually charged 150 Great British pounds almost over a decade ago, so it's well overdue for a rise. And of course, adding $50 or £50 for each additional degree that student is taking. So let me give you some example graduation revenue fees. And again, we're basing this on 100 students. So each of those testing 6 times a year, which you're following our recommendations, a graduation every 8 weeks, you'll get approximately 600 buys. Now I know not everybody's going to take the testing and the graduation, which is even a better reason to hold multiple graduations and accelerated graduations, but I'll come to more of that in just a second. So at $50 a graduation, you'll raise an extra $30,000 that year just in graduation fees. That's about $2,500 a month in revenue. For most of you listening to this, it'll probably pay and cover your rent just in graduation fees. Now, wouldn't that be nice? Just to know that in graduation fees alone, you're covering your basic expenses of your rent, and for some of you, rates. In addition to that, every penny you make for tuition is all yours. That's right, all profit. Again, black belt testing, minimum $150 or more. You also have private graduations. For those that miss the graduation ceremony or miss the graduation event, you can hold private graduations, which can run at least as much as a standard graduation. I would charge at least twice as much. And of course, we have accelerated graduations. And more of those are covered in other editions and will be covered in other editions of the Rich Instructor video series. So I want you to understand the most important reason for testing is not to increase revenue. It's really not. Sincerely, it's to improve the quality of your students. Because whether you like it or not, money has a real value to most people. And if they're going to pay for something, and it's something that they can potentially pass or fail, then they are much more likely to try even harder. Remember, I know it's not the only incentive, but it is a great one. So, as always, this is Leigh Charles, the Martial Arts Success Guy, sincerely wishing you every success with your martial arts business. For these and many more updates, just click on the link below. Good luck, God bless, look forward to working with you real soon.